Hey there everyone, welcome on back to the Cars Garage. We are already 2 days until Christmas. It is of course the 10th day today of the 12 cars of Christmas. Christmas is just right around the corner. And we have, hopefully we'll have a lot more cars to review after Christmas. I already know we have tons. So just because the series is coming to an end doesn't mean there won't be any more reviews. We'll have tons more reviews in 2023, so that's a good sign. But anyways, today we have a pretty long present today. It almost takes up the full width of the video here. But anyways, we have a nice little penguin, a couple presents on our jingle all the way gift wrap here. So let's just not waste any time and open it up right now. But yeah, of course, today we're going to be taking a look at possibly one of the most Christmassy looking diecast we've actually reviewed on the series yet. It's, of course, Heyday Smokey. So, I've always loved Smokey. Obviously, first appears in Cars 3. Three cars in a row now. It's quite a lot, but I think this might be the last one, to be honest. But anyways, yeah, Heyday Smokey. Obviously, Smokey is one of the main characters of Cars 3. I absolutely loved how he was worked into the story. One of my favorite parts about the movie was really when Smokey was on screen, because he just reminded me of Doc Hudson the whole time, the fabulous Hudson Hornet. Obviously, that's who he is. He's Doc Hudson's mentor, his crew chief at one point when he raced. But the thing is, he was really only Doc's crew chief for about 3 years, because I believe Hudson Hornet only raced until 1951 to 1953 or 54, I think, because obviously he had his big crash. I forget what year exactly, but that obviously ended his racing career. And might as well put this little tree on top of Smokey to make him look Christmassy. There we go. I probably would do that in the thumbnail too. But anyways, this is a very cool version of Smokey. Obviously, this is this version from the 50s, from 1951, I'd assume. Or 54, whenever he crashed. This is his regular version, which we'll get to in a second. His modern day version, 2017, I guess. But if I had to make a guess, I would say that Smokey's probably not even alive anymore. Because in 2022, if they made another Cars, well, in Cars on the Road, I don't know if he would still be alive. Because I found that odd that he never appeared. And I mean, he was very old in Cars 3. Cruz Ramirez actually made a joke to McQueen, do you even know if he's still alive? Yeah, he may not be, because if Doc died of old age, then Smokey's older than him, so why would he not? Or, I guess the same age, I'm not really sure. Obviously, they're both 1950 models, but I'm not really sure what one's older than which one, I don't know. But, anyways, of course, he's, not a lot to him. He's just a very nice looking red truck, and of course, red trucks like this, old Hudson pickup, they're usually on a lot of Christmas merchandise, stuff like that, because they just look Christmassy. Best dang garage in town. Of course, Smokey owned his own automotive service, Smokey's Automotive Service. I always thought that said Smokey's Garage. But of course he owns Smokey's, I thought he had a garage. I thought that was the company name, obviously. Whatever it's called, I think it's Smokey's Automotive Service. It is in Thomasville, where Cruz Ramirez and McQueen obviously traveled to in Cars 3. One of my favorite parts about the movie, just going to this random, or not random, it has a lot of meaning, but obviously going to this, forsaken town. It's, very dull looking, very abandoned. It reminded me of Radiator Springs, actually. Just more woodsy rather than deserty. And I love Thomasville. I think it was a great new setting in the movie. I'm glad we spent a lot of time there. One of my favorite scenes was actually the moonshine scene, when they, all the legends taught McQueen how to race moonshine without his headlights. That was a cool scene. But, anyways, of course, Smokey is a 1950 or 1951, I forget, but he's obviously a Hudson pickup, same brand as Doc's model, Hudson Hornet, of course. Kind of like how Ford makes the Ford Mustang and the Ford F-150. Kind of the same thing, but with Hudson. I don't believe Hudson makes, well, I know they don't make vehicles anymore. Never have for a long time. Not really sure why. Cool, what's this license plate say? I'll have to take that off camera 1 second. It says BSTGRG. Can't really read what it says on top, but yeah, that's what it reads, the big text. But anyways, nice little silver tires, a lot of nice silver trim. Of course, he doesn't have any of that, or very much of that left in Cars 3. You only see him in modern day. A lot of silver trim on his hood too, very iconic. How the Hudson pickup hood was like lifted high up above the headlights and everything. Kind of like how Doc's hood is. Let's compare him to Doc a little bit. You can tell that it's the same brand. How the way like Doc's hood kind of triangular shapes there. Very cool. Similar grill style too. That was like the humped grill, but yeah, Smokey has more metal down there, I guess. So obviously he was once like a burgundy red, I guess would be the color. Dark red. But for being a truck, opposed to a sports car, it certainly shares a lot of similarities to Doc, I would say. Obviously they're the same brand. But it's cool. And one of my favorite things about this version of Smokey, who was released in 2017 by the way, flip him over there. As you can see the date stamps there. 1847, 184th day of 2017. One of my favorite things about him is this cool spare tire extra decal that Mattel decided to put in. They really didn't have to. It's on the base. No one sees it. But I'm glad they did. And I don't know. I think it was released. Yeah, he was released in 2018 now that I think of it. Possibly 2019? I'm not sure. But then I believe his regular version was released both years. And then 2021 we had a new version, which was actually, there was an uncanceled car from 2018, I believe. Oh no, from 2020. It was, of course, Smokey with Flames, who was actually just a Mattel creation. Never appeared in the movie. But here's a regular version of Smokey. Now, you'll notice one thing, is that the models are actually quite different because, Mattel decided that this one was too small, this backing, I guess, for Smokey. Technically, the whole model is different. Whole different size, he's way longer. Mattel realized it was way too small. They had to rescale his size, which is nice. Because it is too small. It looks way better on this version. There is quite a few versions. Every version pretty much after 2017 of the regular Smokey shared this same model, so the larger model, which is nice. I don't have that version though, unfortunately. So if I get it eventually, I guess we'll review them again. But as you can tell, I mean, it's hard to compare because this is technically like an incorrect version, so something like that's way too big, or it's better scaled here, it's way smaller, it's more accurate. But it says best dang garage in town. But even the text, as you can see, the dang and the in are like cursive, where the rest of them is like a bubbly text. So Mattel botched that too. But he still has the wood paneling, I guess, so the wood texture, which actually has a nice texture. Actually, no it doesn't. It's just flat, I guess. It goes in and out though. This one actually has the wood texture on it, so that's interesting. This one, a downgrade, I would say. Still has the silver trim. Obviously his silver rims have all rusted by that time, like 70 years later, almost, upwards of that. But for some reason this trim right here is, I don't know if it's accurate to the movie, but it's untouched, I guess. But looking at it now, I'm realizing this version has a mistake. He doesn't have his side view mirror that this version has, and I'm sure this one should have, because why would he just randomly grow a mirror as he gets older? And it's always funny how Hudson vehicles always only had one mirror, including Doc's. He only has a mirror on the left side. Yeah, I guess this version would be inaccurate, technically. But still, the larger model, it still is better than this one, I would say. This one's very inaccurate. But, I mean, pretty big differences, to be honest. He actually has the Hudson logo on the front there. It's actually just a red dot, though, I think. I don't know if it's supposed to be a red dot, or it's supposed to... I think it's supposed to be an actual logo. Yeah, because it is on Doc. Yeah. See that on Doc? Yeah, they definitely screwed that up. Quite a lot of mistakes on Smokey here, unfortunately. But for being such a main character, he kind of reminds me of Finn and Holly. Like, he's a very main character in the movie, but he doesn't really get released all that much. I think it would have been a great idea to release him in the Cars 3 starter pack rather than Mater, because Mater barely appears in the movie. So they yeah, that starter pack they did for Cars 3, they did it for all the movies. The Cars 2 one was awesome. I'll be reviewing that soon too, by the way. But the Cars 3 version, I think it should add Smokey instead of Mater, because his Thailand version, I would say it's a little bit rare these days. I know his one with flames, that one's pretty rare. I don't have either though, so I definitely need some more Smokies. Because I've always loved this character. I think he's really cool. Very gruff sounding, like he sounds like he's Doc Hudson's crew chief. So, yeah, I've always really liked this guy. I guess I'll move that one out of the way. Put the present in Smokey's trunk. Like he's driving a present over to Radiator Springs, but it would have been cool to... Actually, no, I was going to say it would be cool to see him in Radiator Springs, but technically he did go to Radiator Springs in the end of Cars 3, so I don't know what I'm saying. He even has a slightly different expression though, too, now that I'm looking at it. Not really supposed to be any different. Just because the dimensions are different, it changes it a little. But, yeah. Anyways, I think that should just about do it. I do want to show off the other legends so quickly. Here's a little map there. Louise Nash. Of course, all only released in 2017. Once again, that happens a lot with Cars 3 characters. Get released once and never again. They have other versions though, like the Flames versions. Now they actually did appear with Flames, but Smokey did not in the end credits. There's Junior Midnight Moon. He's very inaccurate. I believe he should have his number. And he should be more black than he is gray. And here's River Scott. Very cool, number 34. Yeah, this is my favorite part of Cars 3. I'm not a big fan of the ending or Cruz Ramirez, but I do love how they expanded the story of Doc. Because, of course, that's the one bad thing about Cars 2, is that they didn't really acknowledge Doc that much, and he was a big part of the first movie, so he definitely should have had some acknowledgement, which he didn't, unfortunately. But anyways, I wish I had the mini racer version to show you guys, but unfortunately I don't for today. Hopefully I'll get him eventually though. But yeah, I think that should just about do it for day 10. Oh, I'm almost forgetting. Day 10 of the 12 Cars of Christmas. Anyways, yeah, many more reviews to come, and the next two are going to be very exciting, so definitely await those. They're going to be good ones. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on the Cars Garage.